little bit of a pontificate. That means having a little bit of a think. And I was just thinking what sort of stories I was going to read today. I was looking through my collection and I found this one. It has a little bit of a rhyme to it, so you might like that. Would you like to hear it? Would you? Are you sitting comfortably? Okay, then I'll begin. This is called Fins, Fluff and Other Stuff by Bruno, Mertz and Debra. And there's a picture of the front. Right then, if I were made of scales and fins with tangled seaweed hair, I'd have to leave my fishy friends to swim back up for air. There you go, can you see that? If I were made of fluffy stuff, I'd quickly have enough of hearing names like Snuggle Boo and Pookie Wookie Puff. There's the Buster. And there he is looking at him if he was all made of pink fluffy stuff. Can you see him? He'd look a bit funny, wouldn't he? Everybody's laughing. If I were made of lollipops, licorice swirls and sweets, I'd slowly lose my sugary limbs to everyone I meet. Can you see him there, made of lollipops and sweeties? And there's everybody taking a piece away from him and eating it. He wouldn't last very long if he was made out of sweets and lollipops, would he? If I were made of cobwebs, on the ceiling I could play, but my silky strings would capture creepy crawlies on the way. You see, that wouldn't be very nice, would it, being covered in creepy crawlies and things like that? If I were made of needles, like a cactus oh so tall, I'd make a great goalkeeper, but I'd pop all the balls. Can you see him, his little face inside the cactus? Oh, it's not a good idea to be a cactus, is it? If I were made of flowers, I'd befriend the buzzing bees, but pollen from my fragrant blooms would cause the world to sneeze. Doesn't he look like a beautiful flower there in the middle? Can you see? Would you like to be made of flowers? All the bees would hover around you, but then everybody you'd meet would sneeze because of the pollen, because they'd have hay fever. That's why they're sneezing. If I were made of twigs and leaves, the birds would build their nests among my mossy branches, but I'd never get a rest. See? Everybody would be making nests and sitting. You'd never be able to sleep. But doesn't it look pretty? If I were made of feathers, although I'd try and try, I'd run and jump and flap my arms, but have no wings to fly. Can you see him there covered in feathers? He's not a bird, is he? And only birds can fly. So even if he was covered in feathers, he's still a little boy. And little boys can't fly unless they're in an aeroplane, or they imagine that they can fly, and then they can fly. If I were made of metal, staying dry would be a must. My friends were splashing puddles, but in the rain I'd rust. Oh. So if he was a little tin man, he'd have to stay dry, so he wouldn't be able to play. Can you see how sad he looks? And there's all his friends jumping around and splashing in puddles, and if he was made of metal, would he be able to join them? No, he wouldn't, would he? And that would make him sad. If I were made of skin and bones with freckles on my nose, hey, wait, that sounds familiar. That's me, down to my toes. I can somersault and cartwheel or dance a jitterbug. I can build a pillow igloo or give my dog a hug. There he is, just how he's meant to be. Can you see him? And those are all the things that he can do. You look. He can somersault and he can dance a jitterbug. He can build a pillow igloo or give a dog a hug. I can run so fast my legs blur or hide under my bed. I can sing a silly melody while standing on my head. Can you see him? You see him here, hiding under the bed? Can you see? Get closer. You see, he's hiding under the bed and he's standing on his head and he's singing. That's much better than being covered in feathers or being metal or covered in flowers. So after thinking very carefully of all that I could be, yippee, I'm really quite content and lucky to be me. And there he is there, just as God made him, just as he should be. Wow, that was a lovely story, wasn't it? I really liked that. That was called Fins, Fluff and Other Stuff. Maybe come back later. I might find another story to read, something similar. I hope you enjoyed that one. Okay? Now stay safe and be good and do your sums and your ABC. And we'll see you soon. Lots of love. Bye bye. See you soon.